computer system. So we don't know that where exactly we are working or where exactly we are exploring. So that we need to call us now. So where exactly we are inside. So current situation where exactly we are working and directly. So here we can see that the skill searcher, there is a root spell being programmed, all the commands are being programmed. In that particular spell there are having a different commands over here. Start, leave, this, and then from film, find, count, and then X, recorder. That's it, all the things are being found. The root directory, then under the root directory, there are different ways. There are different ways. So that we used to call it some order, are used to call it some rule, are used to call it chain rules or solution policies. So this is what we used to be called as these culture. Yes, everything is being found. Like maybe we can take a copy, paste, your find, count, are you using any command to check it, or which is link to check it, change, are you going to do any additional things? How do we delete the directory? So to delete
Okay,
an
good morning,
empty
guys.
directory, delete the directory, to delete an non-empty directory,
Good morning, all.
it is empty,
So, as I discussed yesterday and day before yesterday, so let's see the fifth module, some 2 to 3 topics today. So, after the completion of the fifth module, let us see the subsequent modules. First, we shall start with the fifth module because that is there for your internals. Okay, so let's start with the fifth module. See, guys, in fifth module, what you people are going to discuss is you people are going to discuss about the input devices and how we can interact with the input devices. See, guys, if you see, the input is not just the keyboard or the mouse or the joystick or the light pen or whatever it is we are using. In there also, if you see the program, like yesterday class, I had taken one example, right? Like if I write a simple program, I can give the input to the computer through different types. So first one is directly physically I can give the input, or through the program or through the compiler I can give the input. I can give the input to the computer physically. Directly I can interact with the computer, or what I can do is I can interact to the computer using a program, or I can give the input to the computer using a program. If you see the simple C program using scanf, we give the input to the computer. Using scanf, what we do is we give the input to the computer using scanf through a program. So let us see some 3 topics. Let us rewind the 3 topics or 4 topics in the fifth module what we have seen. So let's start from the yesterday class itself. Let's go a little bit fast. See, guys, input devices, there are 2 types. First one is physical input devices and the second one is logical input devices. I think the screen is visible. I am audible. Yes. See here we have the input devices. So guys, out of these 3 topics, what we are going to discuss, my expectation is if your luck is good, you'll get all the 3 questions for 20 marks. If not, minimum 2 questions we are going to get right. Minimum two. If not two, if your luck is good, you can get all the 3 questions also in the question paper from the fifth module. Okay, so we have physical input devices and the logical input devices. The physical input devices are nothing but your keyboard and pointing device. See guys, through the mouse or through the light pen, what you do is you point to some location on the screen. So keyboard, let's not discuss much about this one. So in physical input devices, we have the keyboard, the mouse and trackball, and we have the data tablet, like what I use it for some of the classes. for solving algorithms, and in the first three modules, as we had some algorithms and some computation to do, I'd use this data tablet also. So this is also one of the physical input, light pen. So next one is joystick. Like in earlier Nokia mobile phone, some commands will be working over there. So according to that, there will be no select icon. It will be a separate private. So the meaning can be accessed as it is a shared. As it will be shared with each and every command and each and every user. They can use the same file or subdirectory, maybe in two different directories. Of course, it may happen both directories. As the existing graph, it's naturally generalization of two different directories. The maximum generalization of the two structure directories. So there are two different methods when you have a shared file in some directories. Create a new directory and file as I told Google Drive. So Google Drive when I provide a particular link for you people, you can only click inside. The link is a pointer to another file. So these are all the physical input devices what we have, guys. Even we have the space ball. We have the space ball. So next we shall see the logical input devices. Logical input is what we give through a program, guys. There are two problems. While we may have multiple logic functions, of course it can be, and the division may give diamond pointers to the time of non-existing thread, and then we can delete it. We have to know what we get that. So what is the solution for that? So next is logical input devices. Guys, for measure and trigger, I have some good example. I think the same example I had shared for you in the normal class. So I will use the same example here. So here we are giving the input to the device through scanf. This is logical. What we used to do. So this is what is going to happen in the division approach. So what is the next point which we used to discuss here? Is picking and then so through the input functions through our programs, that is the scanf or C in C out, we can give the input. So we can give the logical input in the form of a string, a locator. We can give a string as an input. We can give location. That is in WhatsApp, we share the location, right? So that is one of the type of input what we can give, or we can pick. Like if I am displaying my face, what you people can do is you people can pick my eye, nose, mouth, or teeth, or anything, ears, or eyebrow, or ears, or anything, or forehead, anything. You can pick, and you can share that as an input. Choice, like the multiple choice questions, what you take up for your quiz, what we give. Even that's also an input, right? Even that is also an input. So next one, validator. Next is stroke. So these are all the logical inputs what we can give to the device, guys. So these are all the logical inputs what we can give to the devices. Okay. So these are all the logical inputs what we can give for the computer. So next we shall see input modes. See guys, if you see here, I will open my WhatsApp only. Let me take your 6 MB section. See here, I good morning all. Hi, good morning all. See guys, now what I have done is I have given the input to the interface. But have I given the input to the computer? I think no. Once I press the enter button, only input will be given. See here, even in the C program, addition of two numbers, enter two numbers, 10 and 20. If I enter 10 and 20, what I'm going to do is I'm giving the input to the device, but the device is not giving the input to the computer. Okay, once I press the enter button, input is given. See here, there is a lot of difference. There is a lot of difference while giving the input in some cases. Until we press the enter button, the input won't be given, guys. Okay, that is nothing but your measure and trigger of a device. See here, measure and device. So measure is the enter button in WhatsApp. Enter button in WhatsApp. Trigger is the input what we give. Type. See here, the measure of a device is what the device returns to the application program. And what is the data in that particular file that is being attached. For example, we can say it in a job application. So we can teach time, we can teach time, we can teach how to do accounting. So that it will ask us to upload your particular resume. What is that medium that is contained in a particular file? You can fetch from of the location, maybe your smartphone, maybe your particular application. So it will fetch everything and it will start using it everywhere. So that is called the command prompt. The operating system is verifying the device and maintains a valid file system. It does not go by asking the device to read the device that we are verifying that the directory of the network is in a particular format. Not at all required. So it will be started moving. So whatever it may be that it will be started checking whether this particular file or whatever the file system is valid or not, whether the data is being performance is or not, whether this particular file is using. So this is measure and trigger of a device. So measure and triggers here. So next we have the request mode, the sample mode, and retain mode. For example, I may have used data in but all the data is not necessary. So in the request mode, what happens is until scanf, the compiler just compiles the program, guys. Once it encounters the scanf, it is going to ask for the request. And after we press the enter button, after entering the data, the input will be given. This is complete part where file has been presented. This file is having complete data where I have to fetch the data from this particular location. So this is how it will be mounted. So in this case, an example, we can consider a file system from the triangle representing the subtrees. This particular triangle is representing the subtrees. A piece of directory that are in the interest. So we usually use users to carry all the such commands. The system existing commands usually will be there. So this is just an example how it will be calculated. So file sharing is so nowadays NFS everybody knows it network file system is a common file sharing. In shared to the network even file sharing software sharing, file sharing software. So before that people used to be flying to the USB and they started sharing. So this is your request mode. Next will be sample mode.
one, the implementer, or what they used to do, they used to create a particular distributed system where everybody will put it all photography, videos, whatever the memory, that will be able to start sharing it. That will be the
So next will be event mode.
it's a common distributed file sharing method where the people use to be. So all the people use to be create a particular directory where we need to put our data.
So this event mode, it is useful only when we have the multiple interactions. Like we are giving the input through joystick, like PUBG game, guys. The best example is PUBG game.
So how do I get that by sharing? Because all everybody are sharing the data, so it's one particular line file where you want to be fetch and identify. File sharing can be done in a way. The system can allow you to access the files or allow you to record. For example, another example is the previous semester what we did was that you all have written and your internals will be being uploaded your files in this is Google Form. So at that time, we supposed to give access to the particular file. If you not give access to your access that particular directory, you are not allowed to upload it. That is the one method. The system may require that user specifically grant access. So what we can do, we can give a grant permission for everybody who can upload data, upload it. So now also we can get an instance where people who are not adding admins are not delivery. That is also one of the where the people are not able to upload their things. So after that, even taking a permission, they are uploading it. So there is different ways. So people those who have no permission, they can access it and they can allow to access it. People who doesn't have that, they take a different way. Like maybe we will control one hour, but member is not getting share it. There are ways, there are different ways. But you want to, how do you implement the file sharing regarding the whatever way you can be.
Next is the simple general topic, client and server. Guys, earlier, before the networks came into picture, it was standalone devices, guys. Now we have servers for each individual task. Like we have the graphic server, we have the print server, or we have different servers to do different activities, and we have database servers, everything. Earlier it was standalone devices. Earlier it was standalone devices, guys. So just you need to write a simple diagram for this one.
Class. Because anonymous people cannot access that. Anonymous people cannot communicate with the class. Where they can see your name, whether this particular candidate is presented in my particular class, and you cannot be, they will be accepted. So this is a good way we can do it. Next is remote file sharing systems. So this is remote file system for instance, you are the best example is nowadays where we are all using DFS, that is distributed file system. So there is I'm saying if something goes on in a particular laptop or any particular operating system, I will follow the particular someone that can use who is technician. We'll be taking all my system control and we will start working on this remote file system. So we'll be working on one particular system that will be accessing one type of system where exactly the problem is happening, we troubleshoot it and it will be written. So this is how we cover the people are among one or more file system. Remote machine, there are two methods we have for remote file. One is manually transferring the file system and machine. File
This is very simple topic. Client and server. See, guys, next is very important topic. Here some concentration is required from you people. Here and be attentive for just 5 to 10 minutes. So next is display list, guys. So earlier, guys, what was happening was, see, this is a very important topic, display list. So see here, guys, earlier when the graphic servers or the systems were very slow, what they did was they invented one separate processor to handle only computer graphics part, guys. The computer graphics code was executing in that processor. So that is called as a display list. So for that, they needed to write the code separately. They needed to write the code separately, guys. They needed to write the code separately. The same code what we used to write to create a triangle, what we write is GL begin, GL polygon, and GL vertex 2i, three vertices we used to write, right? So that was not happening. To work with the display process or the display list, what they used to do was they used to write a separate piece of code using display list that is achieved by. You just go through this one for a minute or two.
The server can serve multiple clients. Of course, the server can serve multiple clients at a time, and the client can use multiple servers. And I can, when I'm searching some document in a Google, I'm searching some document in a user. Because so many information. So I can access it. There are disadvantages over there. The client
So there also,
is doing it from my peers.
so there are two modes in which the objects can be written on the screen. First one is immediate mode, like how we write the C programs, right? So once we compile, we will be getting the result. So next is what we can do is we can retain. So its description will be stored in the display list, guys, or in the processor. It will be stored. The function what you are going to write, it will be stored.
What we have seen in this particular distributed file system, so that we already
See, what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to add this line. We are supposed to define what we want to do. Define box one, GL new list. I should include this line, guys. GL new list and GL end list. We should include those two lines. First, we should include hash define box one or hash define image or tiger or lion or box or square or anything. Next, what we should do is we should include this line, GL new list and GL end list. GL new list box and GL compile. The same piece of code we are going to use here. GL BL, GL begin, GL polygon.
they want a particular host to to build all these things to host a particular data that is a particular domain name system. That is DNS what we do is domain name system is we provide the host to a network.
See here, out of these two topics, both the topics may come to the examination or minimum one topic will come, guys. So the next topic is input and interaction with respect to keyboard and with respect to mouse.
A particular domain name is we provide the host to your network. You're going to be access the data and what will be the main accessibility, what are the different ways we are going to use the what is the how we are user and password of that particular system and what exactly the information that may be on your domain. All this it will be information will be passed in a domain interface. So there are eight modes as well. Local type systems typically, and the network can be connected with multiple hosts. It may happen. Even real time services like distributed file system protocol available it may happen. For example, I am teaching here. I will be concentrating on the teaching. In between people will come for joining the class. So I am not able to provide 3 or 4 seconds that may be for 1 minute. This is where we will make the students everything the login. It may happen. It may happen for the delaying of the application operations with one course. And to implement the failure recovery, it may happen for sometimes also. So we know the different failure methods, the open file systems, instead of the failure of using such as some failure methods. Sometimes it contains the file system correction of directory and the correction of the directory structure, table failures, it may happen.
Change is we need to do this one, guys. We need to include three lines. First one is hash define. Next one GL begin, sorry, GL new list and GL end list.
Even when I'm talking, people not able to
Okay.
respond. Can be encrypted between two hosts.
So the images what we have created, guys, or the through GL list. See here through GL list, I have created this box one. I can create box two, lion one, lion two, square one, square two. I can create a number of devices. I can reuse that one also, guys. I can reuse that one also. Now the code for that one it will be stored in the form of a stack. Stack is last in first out. Stack is last in, first out. So we can use the push operation and pop operation.
So these represent some important, criteria and like details evaluating the file system that support the file system sharing. That these specifies how the multiple users of the system have to access the shared file simultaneously. The consistency, all of the individual multiple users, the system to access the shared file simultaneously. Give the permission for the number of users where they can access it. In a particular way, they specifies whenever the modifications in the data by one user will be observed by the other user. Of course, I'm sharing some data to you, I'm sharing on particular Excel sheet to you people to update your data. Whenever the people started some of the fields, some person has been done
And we can even change the fonts, guys.
get extension number. It will show you assignment has been updated around the users. So this is a semantic.
Instead of mono Roman, I can give times new Roman.
So these are the directory, these are directly related to the process implementation algorithm. So that will be under the reviewing and process implementation algorithm. A successful implementation of complex semantic can be found in the annual file system. So it will happen in the annual file system. So this is how
ಐದು ನಿಮಿಷ
we use,
ಐದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.